I don't know how not to. And I cared to feel comfortable. And there was no way for me to spit it unless I was comfortable.
Do you feel like, you know, when you go up on stage and you're wearing what you want to wear, you're going about things the way you want to go about them, like, do you feel like you got punished for that in any way? Because like when I'm at Wimbledon and I'm wearing a red hat and white tradition and paying fines here.
Well, this is what's great about entrepreneurship. You get punished because there's systems in charge and you pay a fine and things happen. I get punished with the opportunities I didn't get. Do I believe that there was tons of people that are like, this guy's awesome, and put my video up and the boss looked at it and said, we're not hiring that dude. I was getting punished without seeing it. The cool thing though is, usually when something comes along, it seems like an enigma, but sometimes it's the preview. When Allen Iverson came up, people thought it might be the enigma, but he was the preview. Every NBA player was gonna look like him 15 years later. When I came up and started doing what I was doing, I seemed like the enigma. Today, most people that give keynote speeches are pretty casual. I mean, today, when people wear a business suit to a business meeting, they usually make a joke about it because now that seems out of range. So, you know, for me, of course I was being punished. I was missing out on tons of opportunities that the 2009 business world made decisions on, but I couldn't see it the way you can see it. Because I wasn't in an organization, a company, a part of a tour.
Well, I still don't say it that way. I still do whatever anyway.
Well, that goes back to just being happy.
Yep.
Like, I don't understand why anyone deems success anything other than finding as much happiness as often as possible. You know, and that comes in many forms. Unfortunately, I think modern society looks at success through a lens of finances.
It's much more than that.
It's much more than that. And that's how I view that. You know, for many people it seems silly to pay that fine. You've worked very hard for a long time to be able to afford to pay that fine to make yourself happy.
So yeah, I mean, you have millions of fans. You know, well, I'm still sitting here as your fan. I watch your videos. I got friends that impersonate you, like as they're living.
Yes.
So what would what 3 words would you describe, like your youth, your upbringing, like you as a person? What 3 words come to mind when you think about everything you've been through, who you are today?
The funniest thing is, I always go with what actually happened when you asked me that, and the thing that popped in my head was, my mom dominated. You know, when I think about my childhood, I'm the byproduct of tremendous parenting. You know, for the first 14 years of my life, that was my mom. My dad worked at his liquor store every hour. I barely saw him. And then from 14 to 22, I got to spend a lot of time with my dad and learn some really good, you know, old world principles that I think make me me. And so, you know, but to answer you more directly in the way I think you're asking,